Hello and welcome to Gemma's Window. If you have followed the calculations in the information box below and have determined that you are a power year number 7, then you are at the right place. Now let me just review quickly how you get your power year number. I do get a lot of questions about that. We always want to get a single digit number. So if you take the month of your birth, and if it's two numbers, say like December 12, you would add those two numbers together to get a single digit. Okay, so go ahead and do that for the month of your birth. Now take the date of your birth and do the same thing. Reduce that number, if necessary, to a single digit. Good. Now add the month day, or the month number and the date number of your birth together, and reduce that to a single digit if it's necessary. Good. Now one more step, add a 3. Okay, so take your month and date of birth, reduce it to a single digit. Add that single digit to the number 3. Reduce that to a single digit if it's necessary, except if it's 11. If it's 11, put 11 over 2, and that's your power year number for this year, 2019. And you would listen to the power year 2 readings. But any other number as a single digit is your power year number. So if you're a 7, then you are at the right place. It means that March is the month of number 1 for you. That's new beginnings, new ideas, or maybe standing up for yourself and stepping away from the crowd and doing your own thing. The year of 7 is meant to be, or you might find it to be, a quieter year. The year of 7 is about figuring out who you are and what you really want in this lifetime. You know, 7 is a very spiritual number, so it's about what's the stuff you're made of and what do you believe in. Sometimes you'll come to it's called, a spiritual crisis, where you have to know what you believe in to make decisions about things in your life. And that's a big theme of 7. Another thing about 7 is oftentimes the year of 7, you'll be specialized on one idea. Like it might be having that baby, or it might be I'm going to go to a different country and work this year. It's or moving, relocating. It's a very specialized focus. Or in school, getting a degree. It's a very specialized. It's like you've got a one-track mind in the year of 7, and that's where you are. Before we pull cards, let's take a look at important dates for our 7s for the month of March 2019. 7. You're going to be a 7 till 2020, so you don't have to do the calculations every month. Okay, March 9th, 18th, and 27th, your most powerful days of March, 7s. Good days for jobs, looking for jobs, asking for a raise, asking for a promotion would be March 4th, 13th, 22nd, and 31st. Best days for romance, March 6th, 15th, and 24th. Best days to sit back and observe and don't say too much, just listen, are March 7th, March 16th, and March 25th. And good days for endings for you, 7s, are March 9th, 18th, and 27th. Okay, so let's move forward. And I'm going to put my little timer on. It keeps me on time so I don't keep you too long. Let's shuffle these cards, 7s, and let's take a look at your business life. Now, let's pull cards out for those of you who have jobs, and then we're going to pull cards for those of you who are looking for jobs, okay? All right. This is for 7, universe. Give us some good cards here, some interesting cards to see. And we have one that has to be turned over. Okay. Let's just give it one more shuffle, 7s. Okay. Good. Here we go. We have, ooh. Okay. have here is that you have, interesting. Wow. Okay, so for our sevens who are in a position right now, you are working and you're wondering, what do people think of me? How am I doing? Is there a promotion or anything coming up? It's very interesting, and I'm going to have to work with this a little bit and touch these cards and see how they go. Because what we have is we have the solid relationship card for you and your job. I actually feel like any discontent is within yourself when it comes to work. So if you're thinking in terms of, well, I don't know what this person thinks of me, and I don't even know if I'm effective anymore, and I don't even know if I'm doing a good job. From what I have here, you really are. The majority of you are. The message to you is that there's not a problem coming from the workplace to you. The problem is within you to the workplace. I have you here a little disconcerted and discontent with how things have been going, or maybe how you've been treated, or how others have been treated in comparison to you. And I have, moving into the future, that you feel a little backed into a corner and a little bit bored, sevens. So there is not a challenge at this time. So, you are in this month of 1. And the month of 1 is about planting the seed for new beginnings. And so this feeling of discontentment, just segueing for a moment, the universe makes a person feel depressed when the universe wants that person to make great changes. So don't you think that it might start with this little bit of discontentment or boredom that you're feeling, and then move into some kind of stronger emotion that you might feel, down the road? But right now, it's just starting as a little bit of discontentment or dissatisfaction. I feel like the universe wants you to focus this year, year of 7, on what's going to make you feel good at the end of the day or the month, or whenever it is you reflect upon what you're contributing through work. What's going to make you feel good about you? What changes do you want to make so that you are a contributor to whatever you want to contribute to? It might be just to your family. It might be to the universe. But that's what I feel like I have here. Ooh, isn't it nice that the issues are internal, though, and not external? That's pretty nice, sevens. Now let's take a look at those of you who are looking for employment. Okay. Oh, very nice. You look like you'll be coming into something that you deserve. Yep. You have really nice cards here. You have the Justice card in the positive, what's the best that we can expect kind of position. And that means that if for most of you we're not talking about legal, if there's ever a legal issue going on with you, or within the workplace, or a workplace, or around you, when the Justice card shows up in this position, it means that things will settle down and things will work out the way they're meant to. If we're going to take the legal out of that equation, we can just go for just deserves will come to you. So if you're looking for a position, it looks to me like you've got the Wheel of Fortune right behind you that's pushing you into the direction you're meant to go. So to me, it looks like you're going to land that position that you really, really wanted, or the position you thought you might not be getting. Now, you're in this month of 1, and that's new beginnings, okay? So you could apply in the month of 1 to something new, but you could receive something new, and then you're moving into the month of 2 next month, which is the month of working together. So a lot of you will be starting by next month. That's what this says. You then, in the near future, you have your 9 of Pentacles card, and to me, this card always means that you finally made it. You made it home. You're like, I did it. I did it. I don't need anybody else's congratulations. I can slap myself on the back for this one. I can stand on my own. This is a job too that you are your own motivator, you are your own employer, or you are the person that maybe sets yourself goals or creates your own schedule, or you just simply need to be self-motivated because you don't have somebody watching over you. That's the feeling of this. So everything for you sevens looks very interesting and very nice. And I think that's good for looking for a job, or if you already have got one. The universe always thanks sevens because sevens are the people who make it right, who they don't stop working on something until they make it right. Now, you may not be a seven destiny or life path, but you are in the year of seven, and so this is a year you want to make it right. Now, we're going to shuffle, and that's across the board. We're going to do romance now, and we're going to look at sevens who are in a relationship. Okay. Seven's going to fight to the end. That's what I got here. Okay. So if you're in a relationship and you're a seven, I have that I feel like you're whacking away and you're whacking away and you're like, I'm going to make this work, or I'm going to make this issue work, and I'm going to work as hard as I have to get the best result that I can. It is typically a very nice card when I do a reading for clients, and I tell them that usually the outcome is better than you ever anticipated. And I'm going to tweak your reading a little bit for you sevens, because I feel like when you've got this emperor coming into the near future, I feel like that emperor is somebody who gives good advice, is a good counselor, lends the money that you want. In other words, where I'm going here is I feel like you're going to need help. So if you're in a dilemma in a relationship, I feel like you're going to need the help of one or more people to get you what you want for this relationship that you're in. It's a little bit intricate, and it also makes me feel like you're starting something new, like maybe your spouse has been bugging you forever to relocate, to put an extension on the house, to go to marital counseling, to meet their family. And maybe their family's in another country. And I feel like you're out there trying to do it on your own, but you're not going to be able to accomplish whatever this is on your own. It's going to take other people to help make it happen and come together, whatever it is that your relationship is wanting or needing. Now, what's in the near future here is that I feel like you've been asking for help from the wrong people, people who have not been giving you the best advice, and that doesn't mean they don't want to, but I don't feel like you've gone to the specialist for who you really need to give you advice. So let's say, I use fertility a lot. It just seems like it's a very strong choice that, you've been trying to convince your spouse that you want to go to a specialist in a big city to both be evaluated for what's going on. And the spouse keeps telling you that, look, I've got this friend and this friend and this friend, and this is what they all did. They just relaxed, they just let it happen. That's what I feel like is happening here. There's advice that is being entertained within the relationship, which is not coming from the right sources to help you get to where you want to get to in this relationship. Okay? All right. I leave you with that, sevens. Now, for those of you sevens who are looking for a relationship, let's take a look, a gander of what we can expect for the month of March. Okay, interesting-yo. Okay. Now, I feel like someone from the past is going to want to continue on with a relationship that you've had. You've either broken up, someone's going to, suddenly show up on your doorstep, or you're going to get this random text or this email, and you're going to go, what? And I don't feel like you're going to entertain it. I feel like in the month of March, you're influenced by this number one, where you kind of want to step away from the old situation and create yourself a new situation. And though you may have people around you going, what are you doing? What are you doing? You're saying, I need a change. I've got to try something new. I just want to do something new. Maybe I don't want to be in a relationship at all. Maybe I want to have a little me time and check me out, sevens, because you are in this year, and this may even be advice to you as to, if you're the type of person where you kind of judge a situation by, well, does someone love me or someone doesn't right now? And I can understand that. I think we all can understand that. This is a suggestion in the year of 7 is to focus on who are you really, what do you really want, what are you really made of, and what is your full potential, because this is talking about an adventure, a new idea, and kind of taking off and thinking about that and doing it for yourself first before you get involved in a situation again. And that's that one again, standing away from the crowd. And really, it's all over the place here. It's really what's coming up for you. Now, our last and final frontier, I'm going to shuffle these cards while I ask you, sevens, to think of any situation that you have in your life at this time. And, I haven't ever really said this before, but if you wanted to ask about someone else, I'm going to be talking a lot about 7 and 1, but just say that your questions have been answered and you want to say, is my son going to be okay with blah, blah, blah? We can give it a try. We can see how it goes. But think of a specific question, anything that you like, even if we've discussed it already. And I'm going to pull 3 cards that tell us what's the best that we can expect from this situation. Okay, here we go. I have in this reading a theme of stepping away from what is to wait and see what comes to you and what comes around to you or to the person that you're questioning about. And I feel like there's a little bit of done wrong in the past. Whatever this question is, things didn't go the way you wanted them to, and people didn't do for you what you wanted them to do, or give you the help or the support or the financial backing or the honesty that you really felt you would have liked to have had. Now, you don't know this necessarily, but that's what the cards are saying, is that you haven't gotten the support, which has kind of landed you like, oh. But there's a gun shyness here about getting back involved and diving back into the situation and going back for more. And I think that's where the cards want you. That's just what they want you to feel. They want you to take a step back from whatever was, because I don't think they like everything the universe is pointing out, that everybody didn't have your best interest at heart or what have you. You didn't have the help that you needed. So you should step back. You step back and you take a look at something before you get back involved. Now, these cards say that you will be invited back, or that person that you're asking about will be invited back into the situation, whether that's a love interest or whether that's work or a group of friends that are giving you the run around. Whatever it is that you have felt kind of bumped out of, you are going to be approached to come back into that circle or situation, and it could be a new one, better one, different one. But there will be another opportunity for whatever this, for a good positive outcome of whatever the situation is. You're going to have another chance. You're going to have another chance. Let me wrap it up like that. It takes me a while to get there. No. We want to explore all the different facets. But that's really what I have for you today, Sevens. And it's been my pleasure. And check me out on gemmaswindow.com. And please subscribe if you'd like to. And of course, you know, Sevens, you're the best judge. You're always going to make the best decision for yourself. I hope I shed some light, though, or giving you some validation today about the situations in your life. And I'll see you next month when you are in, what are you in the month of next? You're in the month of 2 for April. I'll see you then, Sevens. Bye for now.